Hi, Sagittarius. What messages and predictions do my spirit guides have for you for April 2026? I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for April 2026. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in April and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. So all that being said, Sagittarius, now onto your April 2026 Psychic Tarot reading. And the first card your reading starts off with is the Three of Cups. And this is three sisters, three females, three friends, help from friends. Can also mean you could be attending parties, gatherings, and celebrations, or you could be throwing a party, a gathering, or a celebration. It can also indicate a celebratory conclusion to something that had been going on. You may have to divide your time between special interests. And these could be your interests, like maybe you have a lot of hobbies and things you like to do, or it could be special interest groups that you are going to be dealing with in April. You may feel like you want to make bigger waves this month. So like if you're involved in a club, a group, an organization, or a foundation, or could even be in the workplace or possibly with your family, you may feel like you want to make waves. You want, it doesn't mean negative waves. It could be positive waves. And if you go to any gatherings, my guides are saying you may have to check your ego or check certain personality aspects at the door, because if you go into this party, sorry, I have allergies. If you go into this party, gathering, or celebration, and you behave or act in a certain way, it could be like triggering to people. You might be like full of fun and wanting to be like, you know, the life of the party, but maybe it's a more conservative group and they're not going to like that. Or maybe you're going to be real sarcastic or real joking around, or maybe you feel like you disagree with people that are there and you want to get into like debates about religion or politics or, you know, things going on out in the world or whatever. And that won't do either. So if you go to any gatherings, parties, celebrations, events, and you're with other people that, I don't know, maybe you don't know them as well. I don't know, but you might want to go in a little, you want to make waves. See, this is the problem. But it would be better to be kind of on the like low key and a little unassuming would work better, because otherwise you'll make waves and it may not be in a positive sense. If you have to listen to this message, I know Sagittarians probably won't like it, because usually they're the life of the party, or, you know, they like to get into it and mix things up and have fun. And but you might want to, any gatherings you go to, there might be like stuffy people or fussy, or they're too uptight, or, and so, but you know, maybe you don't care. Maybe you want to make those waves. That's totally up to you. You may hold some kind of party or gathering in honor of someone. So it could be somebody in your family's birthday, or it could be for a christening, a baptismal, a bris, a retirement party, an engagement party. I don't know, but you may be the one that's honoring somebody with this. If there's anybody that you are around that's putting on airs or trying to hide things, you're going to see through their subterfuge. You're going to see right through the veil of whatever their like mask they're portraying or whatever. You're going to be like seeing through people like you're looking through a pane of glass. So the next card in your reading is the Queen of Rods. And the Queen of Rods is a fire sign person, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you if, you know, obviously your sun sign is a fire sign. So this could be you, could be somebody else in your life. You could be skeptical about how to present something. So if you had to present like a project at work or some idea to a board or a group of people, you may be a little unsure about how to present it or the best way to present it. This could even be to your family. Maybe you have, you know, this idea that, hey, this is what's going to happen, and you may feel like, I don't know how I'm going to present it to my family because you may think they're not going to like it. You could really feel the need to take control of a situation. And you may be the boss, the leader, the manager, the supervisor, and it may be up to you to make sure everybody's on board, everybody's on the same page. If you see things going on in a plan, in a work project, in a workplace, in your family, it doesn't matter where, and you think it's stupid, you're going to be like, we're not doing this anymore. Or, no, this has to get cut out. Like anything stupid. I just get you going, that's stupid. We're getting rid of it. And, you know, it could be an item even. It could be some item you have that, like an appliance or something, a gadget, and you're like, this gadget or this appliance, it doesn't work right, it's stupid, I'm getting rid of it. That could come up for some of you in the month of April and possibly May. I'm sorry I keep fussing with my nose. I have really bad allergies the last couple of days. You could be prone to shooting your mouth off. I'm not going to lie to you, but again, I hear you're going to see through people like you're looking through glass. And this is the following message was, and you could shoot your mouth off. So if you see anybody acting in a way that you don't like or you disapprove of or you think is BS, you're going to call them out on it. So me telling you in the first card, you might need to have restraint and be more low key and, you know, try to keep things a little more copacetic. I don't know that that's going to work because here, this card's talking about you doing it too. You may feel like you want to be in charge. I got it already. Like you could be the boss, the team leader, the one in charge. But if that doesn't apply to you, there's a sense of you wanting to be in charge. So if you see any shaky, wobbly situations or decisions going on, or too much uncertainty, or leadership is like flopsy, lacking, you're going to want to be like, okay, I'm taking charge here. I'm going to run this show. You know, this is too, ridiculous. I'm going to be the one to get this across the finish line, whatever it is. And for some of you, it'll be a project at work or a work-related issue. But for some of you, this could be happening in your home environment. Or always it can happen in a club, group, and organization as well. So the next card in your reading, Sagittarius, is the Six of Swords, which is moving. It could also mean moving from troubled shores to better shores. You could have a new commute for work. This could also indicate long-distance travel or traveling. I see some of you thinking about how you can make your life better and then making plans to follow through on that and move forward. You may be like, I got to sell off all this stuff. Maybe there's a lot of stuff you have and you're like, and it could be stuff you've had for years and you were afraid to get rid of it because it had sentimental value. Or, sometimes if you have kids, you hold on to their toys and the certain things from when they were little. And, you know, there may be things you really need to clear out and get rid of now. If you're buying a new home, I get you having a home inspection. That could also be maybe if you're trying to sell your home and you want people to come in and tell you, sometimes the realtors do it, but other people can do it as well, where they come in and say, look, before you put this up for sale, you better do this, tighten that, fix that, you know, repaint that, you know, get rid of this or that. But it could be an inspection going on for a home you're buying. You may have to tread lightly, I get, because there are tiers. So I get people around you are, if you have to move, people around you may not be happy about it. You know, maybe you're dating somebody, but you're not married or seriously coupled, but you're getting along well and you're dating. Well, that person could be really upset if you have to move far away. Or if you have kids and they like the school they're in and their friends are there. And so, you know, they could be upset that the move has to happen. This could also be somebody connected to you that has to move. And it could be their kids or their family that are upset about it. So it could be somebody close to you this is happening to, or happening to you. But there could be, like I said, some people that are, you know, upset about it. If you had any issues with family or family members, you know, over the years or recently, I feel like you're going to be getting along better with family members or a particular family member in general. So family member relationships could improve for some of you. You could get some kind of offer that somebody writes some kind of business proposal or drafts something that you need to look over and read, and then you're going to have to sign. It could be a proposal to buy a home. It could be a work or business proposal. It could be some kind of contract. Because I do see some of you seeing how much money you could make in some regard. So before we go on to cards number 4 and 5, I just want to jump in here and let you know that I have some new video series you might be interested in getting. My What's Lucky and New for You in 2026 Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings are available for each sign of the zodiac. I do the What's Lucky and New for You every year, and they are a very popular video series. You might want to get both your sun sign and your rising sign in those videos. Also, my full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, March 3rd, 2026, affects psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac are available. These eclipses, we had one in February where I used the same format, the one in Aquarius. I use the same format in this one, and you may want to get these because you're being affected by these eclipses 6 to 9 months or even up to a year. So you may want to check them out and get your sun sign and your rising sign in those video series, or whatever sign normally resonates with you on the readings I put on YouTube and Rumble. These videos are all available on my Vimeo on-demand videos and on my Patreon shop. Those links are posted down below, and eventually they go over to my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. Also, my psychic crystal readings for April 2026 are available. They are a continuation and an expansion of the psychic tarot readings I'm doing right now, And you may also want to get March's readings, because I've got to tell you, timing is different for all of you in these general readings. So things I've predicted in March could be happening in April or later on. Just like this April reading, these messages are going to happen. Not all of them will happen to you in April. So you may want to check out the psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. Also, my Neptune in Aries psychic tarot and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac are available. I was listening to an astrologer and it reminded me that I need to talk about these still, because Neptune in Aries is lasting for 14 years. It went in on October of 2025. It retrograded back into Pisces for a little bit. But as of January of this year of 2026, it will be Neptune in Aries for the next 14 years until March of 2039. These videos are very long, so you may want to check them out and see how Neptune in Aries is going to affect you. And you may want to get your sun sign and your rising sign in that video series. So now on to your card number 4. So now on to card number 4, and you have Ace of Rods. This is new beginnings. So it could be a new home, a new job, a birth of a child. It could be your life just is having a rebirth, like, something like a new lease on life could be happening for some of you. Yeah, I do get it again. Some of you taking things out of storage boxes, basements, attics, storage units, and examining them. And then deciding, do I keep this or do I get rid of it? Some of you could have things, like 3 things could happen to you really quickly. You could get a new job. You could get engaged, and then there could be a third thing. I don't know, moving. I get like 3 things. Bing, bang, boom could happen for you in April and May. And remember, timing is different for all of you in a general reading. So this could happen. Doesn't mean it's going to happen all in the same week. Doesn't mean it's going to happen to you on the same day. It could be, like a week apart for each thing, or, but it feels like kind of close together. Bing, bang, boom. If you were thinking of opening a business, I get that if you start that business and, opened up your doors to the storefront, or if it's online, it's going to go really well. If you have a business already, you could work out some kind of deal with someone that they have certain items that they would like you to carry or sell. And you could agree to put it on your website or put it in your store, if you have a brick and mortar store, on consignment, where if it sells, they make money, but you would also get some kind of cut off of it as well. You could become really tuned into the color green, and you may want to have a lot of plants or greenery. You could be painting a room green, or buying a green car, or getting green carpet, or painting your kitchen cabinets green, or getting green furniture is all highly possible. But I see some of you having like an arched trellis with green plants and ivy or whatever it is. It could be a grapevine. It could be there's quite a few plants that grow in a vine. I forget the one that has the flowers that hang down almost like grape clusters, but it's not grapes. It's I can't think of the name of the plant, but so you could be very in tune to planting now, having a lot of greenery. The color green could be interesting to you now. You could find out that you won something, a contest, a giveaway, a lottery. That could happen for you. So the last card in your reading is the Devil, and this is a card that symbolizes being addicted to something. So it could be addicted to anything: drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, spending money, smoking, anything. But it could also be you trapped and bound to an unhealthy relationship. The Devil card can also be symbolic of fears. So this could be indicating some fears you have. You could find out somebody that was supposed to be your friend, could even be a relative, but I feel more like a friend, really was like a frenemy. Like, or they did something hurtful or surprisingly mean or hurtful to you. And so you could have an opinion change about a friend, or for some of you, it could be a relative. And you could be very mad at them. You could feel like, I want to see you fry. So you could be very, angry over it. You could find yourself addicted to something, but it could be like, as weird as this is going to sound, some kind of vitamin, mineral that you take. It could have to do with, I don't know. It's something that you ingest. You could become addicted to it. And then if you don't have it and you run out of it, you are like, oh my gosh, I can't run out of this. But it could be something for your health and well-being. It doesn't mean you're addicted to something bad. But if you're craving something or feel like you have to have whatever this is, whether it's a vitamin or some kind of food or a substance, well, that's not good. So you need to be careful of getting like latched onto something too much. You could question the authenticity of something that you want to purchase or that you're watching on TV or that's on the internet that you're like, you may feel like it's garbage. You may question, like, is this good or is it bad? Is this questioning something's authenticity or quality? And that could even be with something you purchase as well. If anything, this is kind of hard to explain. If you feel like anything has cast a spell on you, you need to break that spell. And I'm not talking about a person putting some kind of spell on you, although, there are people that say they feel like people have done that to them. And, it's been true. So it could be a person you feel is doing it, but it could also be something like, again, some type of addiction. It might be simple as like coffee. Has coffee cast a spell on you and like you can't live without it? I remember years ago when I was a pastry chef, I didn't drink coffee. So I had to have a diet Pepsi every day, like twice a day. And I had to break that addiction. First of all, I had to break it and go to caffeine free because I was getting addicted to the caffeine. But then I just knocked it off completely. But originally I was drinking it because I needed to, I was tired. I wanted to get my work done. So it could be anything that's a stimulant or something that, it could be a program you watch. I don't know. You just have to be careful of anything that anyone, any person, or anything you're watching that you feel like is casting some kind of spell on you. I don't know how else to explain that, but you don't want that to take over. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Sagittarians to work with, use, and wear in the month of April 2026. You've got smoky quartz, and smoky quartz is a good grounding stone. It's a very powerful stone, especially connected to do with money. And it also disperses fears and depression. It can bring emotional calmness. It relieves stress and anxiety. And smoky quartz can also promote positive thoughts and actions. It brings psychic and physical protection and abundance, prosperity, and good luck. If there's certain things going on and you need to get on board with it, this stone will help you do that. So if your boss is like, hey, we got to go into this whole new territory and do this and that, and if you're carrying or wear this stone, you're going to feel like, okay, I'm on board. Or something going on in your personal life that maybe normally you would be like, yeah, I don't know if I like that idea. You carry or wear smoky quartz in April, you'll feel like, okay, I'm on board. It's going to help relieve stress and tension, especially in the back of your neck, your upper back, and even going down your spine. If you have any issues with digestion, your digestive tract, wearing and carrying smoky quartz is also going to help alleviate those issues for you, Sagittarius, in the month of April and possibly May. And it's going to help you see things in a new light, like maybe things that you thought were depressing or kind of negative before. If you carry smoky quartz, you may feel like, you know what, that really isn't so bad, and you may see things more positively. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell and all, and that way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in any of the special videos I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, you can get them on my Vimeo on-demand videos and also on my Patreon. I've created a list you can read here on this slide. They are also linked below this video in the description box and on my website. Eventually, they get over on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So I hope you all have an absolutely amazing month of April. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.